I'm doing this video with my daughter, and this is an additional battery pack I purchased for the Oculus Quest 3. Now, do this at your own risk. I am not an expert. I'm just a regular guy who tries things out and tries to come up with ideas to better different things. That's all. That's all. I'm a regular person. So I have the Oculus, the MetaQuest battery pack in the back, the strap, the harness, what's exactly called? The MetaQuest 3 Elite strap with battery. Now that actual battery has a capacity, MAH capacity of, the one in the back, has a battery capacity of 22, right there, it's 22, hold on, 2293, and it has a watt hour of 17.56. Of what I can find with the actual Quest 3, it's very, I don't think it's been documented as to the battery capacity of the actual Quest 3. What I could find on the internet was something like 2,293 mAh and 17.56 watt hours. So I'm sorry, I take that back. So what I did find with the Quest 3 battery was a battery capacity of, I looked everywhere, there's not any documentation. It was very difficult to find, and I'm assuming this is as accurate as it can get. Quest 3 has 2,330 mAh, a 17.9 watt hour battery built into the Quest 3. Now, I can't confirm that, but I'm assuming it's probably between 2 to 2,500 mAh and around that watt hour. So that's more of an assumption. This is a confirmation as it's documented on the box itself for the strap. And then what I was reading was that a lot of people have been having issues with the battery. Now, I don't know what it is, but maybe it's the games I'm playing. Maybe the games I'm playing are very old and they don't take up much battery source. They are old games. I haven't been playing any new ones lately. I've been playing a lot of Oculus with the Quest Link / Oculus Link / Air Link, whatever it's called. And I've been playing a lot of those old time games that I enjoy. So maybe that doesn't take up that much battery capacity. So maybe I'm not having the battery capacity issues as what I'm reading online. And that may be the reason that I'm not playing the latest and greatest games. So I'm getting 2+ hours on my Quest 3 so far. I mean, that could change. Supposedly there's an update coming out, allow you to reduce the resolution so that you'll have more battery capacity. But I guess the games I play don't even need that much resolution since they're old quality games. So I may be okay. So what I decided, my daughter has been using it as well, the Quest 3. Have you noticed anything with battery, like the battery dying quickly at all?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Has it died on you while you were using the Quest 3?
No, but it has, I've seen, no.
No, it just keeps working. So we haven't had any battery issues here. Like, I'll use it, then my son will use it, then my daughter will grab it. And we haven't had with the strap. But I decided, you know what? Let me make it even more, add even more battery capacity. I ended up purchasing this item. And it's it's a huge investment financially. This is a $50, 10,000 mAh battery. I can't find the watt hours on it. So I'm going to add this to this. Now, again, you do this at your own risk.
Why?
It's just, well, I don't know if it could do any damage or harm to the battery or to the Oculus Quest 3. I'm willing to take that chance, but some people may not. There's nothing else in here. I purchased this on Amazon, and it comes with this as well. I guess this is the manual, and it's made, I believe, for the Quest 2 and 3. Oh, it's made for the Quest 2, but I think the website says 3 as well. You can look at the link below. So this is everything that comes inside of it. It comes with a Velcro wire strap you put on the side here to run the cables through. So that's pretty cool. And a USB-C charging cable. Let's see how long is this cable. Almost 2 feet, 22 inches. USB-C cable. And then the actual battery itself. With the strap, and this will be strapped around the back. I'm going to put in the back here, right here. And what I'm looking to do is to, my biggest thing is the weight. You know, weight issues with this thing. We're going to weigh it, let you know how much weight you're putting on here. And that is the battery. Let me turn off the light. That tells you the battery capacity. Oh, look at that. So it's fully charged pretty much. So I'm going to charge it for like half an hour to an hour totally. And see how much battery life I get on it. Let me weigh it. So I'm assuming, like, again, I've been fortunate with the games I've been playing. I've been getting hours, almost 6 hours, up to almost just below 6 hours in using the extended battery back here with the Quest 3. And I haven't had any issues, but I don't know. It could be I'm just lucky with the one I got, or it could just be the games I'm playing. So this is 8.9 ounces that you're adding. So I'll weigh the whole thing together when I put it together. Now again, you do this at your own risk. I'm hoping it doesn't do any damage whatsoever, and I just get much more play time. Cool. Oh, let me measure it so I can tell you. Feels really heavy. It's about an inch in thickness. What do you? Oh, this is the plug to charge. This is to charge the actual battery, and this is to charge the actual device. Is it heavy?
Kinda.
All right, so let's put it together. I'll fast forward this part. I'll put music to it too. Take this apart, but basically what I did was I took the cable from the harness here, ran it like this, pushed this all the way back, the harness, the cable holder, cable management, conduit, put it through here, and then ran it, see, looped it around instead of from the back to the front, from the front to the back, came back down around and just makes it, which is great because now, you know, it looks nicer than what I was doing. Then the USB-A from the 10,000 mAh battery, USB-A to here, what I did was I came underneath here and just wrapped it, just like that, underneath the Velcro. So let me just show you. Just wrapped it, nothing big. I was trying to figure out, and I didn't want to videotape it because it was just going to be too boring. And put it like this. Let me get it best. I'm trying to get it as high as much as possible. There it is, perfect. And it should stay in place, and it looks a lot neater than it did earlier. What do you think? Is it a lot better looking? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And the idea will be based, now we gotta weigh it to see, and I'll let you know how much battery life. And again, do this at your own risk. This is just me trying out different things to get even more battery life without adding too much to the whole Oculus itself. Doesn't look too bad, right? Now I gotta just ask I gotta try it and ask the kids about the weight. We're not gonna see this when we're playing VR, so it's not gonna be a big deal. So the idea will be to charge like I've been charging it all this time, which is to charge the strap with the battery. That in turn will charge this battery, and then this battery in turn will charge the Oculus 3 or will provide additional battery when the Quest 3 dies. It should switch to this battery, one or the other. In using this, what I noticed was the Quest 3, once its battery got depleted, it switched over to the external battery. With this battery plugged in like that, I don't know if it's going to do the same thing. So I'm going to see how it works this way. Or if it doesn't, then I'll have to switch it around and get this to charge this. This will be plugged in here. And then you'll charge all the batteries, including the Quest 3, through here, through this USB-C. Or USB, what would it be? So this would go, this would plug into here. I'm sorry, the USB-A would plug into here, and the USB-C would be for charging the actual battery itself. So this would be free, and I would charge through here. I would go through here, back down to here. So I'm going to see how it works this way first before I go and switch it around. See how much battery life I get. If it works, I'm just going to leave it like that. But I could always trade the positions of the batteries if I feel like it later. So let's see how much it weighs, and then try it out, see how much battery life we get out of it. Okay, it's pretty heavy. Hopefully we don't feel it too much. All right, let's come back and I'll let you know how much battery life I get out of it. So it'll be probably, battery capacity wise, we're looking at about 15,000 mAh battery capacity. See how much we get out of 15,000 mAh battery life. So I finally finished. Oh, wow. It was, I tried to play as long as I could. I think there was probably about an hour, maybe an hour and a half that I actually put the headset down, needing to eat and get other things done. But what I had done was I went into the settings and I changed the power saving option from, I had it for 2 minutes. Like when you take the headset off, if it's off, it goes into power saving mode. I had it set for two minutes. That's usually what I have it at. I set it for 4 hours. So in that 20 minutes where I needed to get something to eat or, take care of something for 20 minutes or so, when I took the headset off, I would leave the game playing. So it would stay on the game. It would not go into saver mode. Once I took it off, it stayed playing. I could hear it through the speakers still playing. When I would put it back on my head, it would stay, it would stay where I left it off. It wouldn't change. So the game was still playing in the background. I just wasn't doing anything in the game. So technically the game was still going on. I had it at its highest brightness. I also set it at 120 hertz. I did nothing to save battery. I had it at 120 hertz. I took off the battery saver, sleep mode option. I put that to 4 hours. What else did I do? I put the speakers halfway. I don't want to go, I don't want it too loud. And I tried to do everything I could to use as much battery as I could for the time of me playing. I'm sure if I lower the brightness, it's usually not that at its highest brightness. I would have gotten a little bit more. But at the end, what happened was the setup. Oh, so first let me just tell you, the way I had it was I actually had this plugged into this, and then this plugged into this. So I played, and what was happening was the Quest 3 was running on battery, okay, with this only. It wasn't passing through, so this power bank was not passing through this power bank going to the headset. I was hoping that what would happen is that the headset would use up the battery and then go to this battery, and then from this battery, after it gets used up, will go to this battery, or at least this battery charge this battery, and then this battery charge the headset, and then it continued playing. That didn't work out that way. I ran it with this battery pack connected to the headset, okay, and then the strap connected to this. And what happened was this battery was charging the headset. The headset did not recognize this as an external battery. It recognized it sort of like if it was being charged, like if I had it plugged into a wall. So that's what the communication between these two devices were. So the headset just stayed charged, using up this battery. It was trickling down very slowly, but using this battery, and it saw no external battery headset. So in that configuration, I got about, let me see. The headset itself lasted about 2 hours, 2+ hours for me. The battery pack gave me 5+ hours. So in total, the battery pack and the headset, I got about 7.5 hours of total battery life. About 7.5 hours. I was playing when all of a sudden it just went blank. It just stopped working. So I took it off right away. I knew the problem. I knew it was going to be an issue. So then I set it up this way. So this is the proper configuration, and I've been playing with it like that. So in this setup, the Quest 3 headset recognizes the strap. They communicate with each other. They come from the same company, so they communicate with each other. It knows it has an external battery. It uses up the Quest 3 battery, I think, to like, you're playing games. It's hard to pay attention to everything you're doing. So I think it gets to about 3% or so before it switches to external battery. And it's sort of like trickle charges to just keep the Quest 3 running, and it switches to external battery. Okay? So in this setup, which I played and it works just fine, I didn't go the whole 9 hours. I just wanted to see how it worked. What I could tell was when I played again, when I set it up this way and I played again, this battery just never died. Even when the Quest 3 died, this battery just kept going because it was being charged at the same time by this battery. So in this setup, we have, this is where I charge all the batteries, including the Quest 3. I plug in the charger here. The charger charges this battery, then this battery charges this battery, then this battery provides power to the Quest 3. So once the battery gets used up from the Quest 3, it switches to the external battery. As it's using the external battery, the Quest 3 is using the external battery, it's continuously being still charged by this battery. So it just keeps giving it a charge. So the headset strap never goes below 90. When this finally dies, then you can see the reduction in battery to this of this battery, and it little by little goes down in battery life. So that's the way I have it set up. This seemed to have worked. Again, do this at your own risk, but this setup seemed to work, which is the regular headset connected to the Quest 3 for charging, and then the battery pack connected to the headset battery strap to continuously charge this battery to keep it going. And then when I put it all away and I go to charge everything, I charge it from here. So when everything's, all the batteries depleted, I plug in to charge here, and it takes a long time, like 3 or 4 hours. I'll charge this gets fully charged, and it charges this, and then this charges this, and it seemed to be working that way for me. So, you know, it was pretty good. But overall, I got about, in this configuration with this battery, and the Quest 3 battery, I got about 10 hours. To be exact, when the headset finally died, there was no battery life at all. And I took the headset off and I looked at my clock. It was actually 9 hours and 52 minutes later from the time that I started using the device with all the batteries fully charged. It was 9 hours and 52 minutes. I'm going to round that off to 10 hours. So I got a total of about 10 hours. The games that I played were Creed. Let me get my list. So like I said, I played the game Creed, the boxing game. I love that game. I played the other boxing game, what's it called? The Thrill of the Fight boxing game. I think it's an Oculus game. That was off my PC, using AirLink, QuestLink, Oculus Link, whatever it's called, the linking wirelessly to my PC and playing the game from there. I played, where was the other game I played? Super Hot VR, the ping pong game. That was, the ping pong game was with AirLinks. I was doing a mix of both, using games that are on the Quest itself and connecting wirelessly to my PC. Gunship Battle 2. Warplanes Battle Over the Pacific. That's an Oculus game. And Angry Birds. I finished off with Angry Birds. Had a lot of fun playing Angry Birds. I actually purchased the game, Angry Birds. Never had played it, though. And I just started. I played, I don't know. I think I was playing that game for a long time. Well, a couple of hours I was playing that game. And it's so weird, the Angry Birds VR version compared to the iOS version. And so I wasn't playing super duper high intense games. I was just playing the games we normally play. My daughter played. She goes on. My daughter plays a lot in Rec Room. She was the first one to put on the headset, and she played for about 2.5 hours or so. And I believe my son played as well. And then I just finished it off. Everybody went to bed, and I was just trying to finish off the usage of the battery just to get the final number without plugging it in at all, without it receiving any additional power, without charging it up. Like I said, my daughter uses Rec Room. My son uses another group chat room that he uses. I forget the name. But we use it. We may not use real high intense games, but I think even with high intense games in this setup, you could probably get. And again, this is just my view. I'm not an expert. Do this at your own risk. It's just my opinion, and I'm just sharing my results. You probably could get about 5 hours with this setup. Now, weight-wise, I didn't notice anything. I didn't. Once you're into the VR verse, even with the regular games, you just forget about what's on your head. You just play. And I couldn't tell anything about the battery. My daughter didn't like the battery. She just disliked this a lot. She found it uncomfortable when she take it off and put it on. And you kind of have to just turn it and put it on. And it does make it a little bit heavier. Not that much, but it does put a little bit of weight. So it feels different. And maybe my daughter's more sensitive to this leaning up against the back of her head. As for me and my son, it didn't matter to us. We were fine with it. Anything else? So at the end, this is the setup, like I said, that worked for me, which was the external battery strap connected here, and then discharging the battery strap continuously. It takes a little bit of work to do the adjustment because now you have it constantly plugged in, like if you were plugged into power constantly. And this seemed to work great for us. And we got, like I said, almost 10 hours. I think that's pretty good. Now, will that be the same result as time goes on? Probably not, because batteries do end up reducing in capacity. I do like this thing here, this wire management. That's a pretty cool idea, a pretty cool accessory that it comes with. Makes it easier, and it looks neater compared to how I had it earlier. As you can see under here, I just wrapped it up and stuck it underneath here so you really won't feel it, to shorten this plug. And I wish they came with a shorter one too. I mean, the long one's good, but came with a little bit shorter one so you could do it directly. But I guess they do it because you can also fit this on the top here if you want. So let me just show you. If you wanted to, you can put it here. And this here, this Velcro here will stick to this, so you can see. See? It sticks to it. So you can put it like this if you like, and put it on the top of your head, whatever makes you, whatever is more comfortable for you. But it's a good idea if you're really into that much into VR. I think this setup is like, you know, a really good one. I like it. I actually like, again, there are third-party batteries that will give you a higher battery capacity, but I don't know, like this I used, right? But the Quest 3 did not recognize this. It just recognized this as a power source, a receiving power charging. I like the communication between the two of these. It starts to tell me, hey, I'm switching. Hey, I'm switching to external power. And the way it does it, you know, it's like having this battery on board the Quest 3. So there's a lot of communication while you're playing, letting you know that the battery is switching, what's the battery capacity of the external battery compared to this. I couldn't see the battery capacity of this, only the Quest 3. There was I believe there was a charging, looking like if it was charging constantly, the Quest 3. But it wasn't being recognized as the way this is recognized. The smarts weren't there, which is not a big deal. I mean, it still provides power, still charges, so at the end, that's what we want. But I like the communication between these two things, and this setup worked better, again, with this being charged. So I like this setup. I think we're going to keep it. I wish this was smaller. It would be much better if it was smaller. But I guess, you know, what are you going to do? It's a 10,000 mAh battery. I found the watt hours. So again, going over the details that I did earlier in regards to the battery capacity of what I found, and again, I could be wrong. The Quest 3 is about 2,300 plus mAh, 17.9 watt hours, okay? So this is supposed to give you about 2 to 2.5 hours. I was lucky. I've gotten over 2 hours with the Quest 3 so far. Then the strap itself is 2293 mAh, 17 watt hours, the battery strap. And this is 10,000 mAh, 37 watt hours. Okay? So with this, with the Quest 3, you get two plus hours, two little bit hours, or that's what I've been getting, I should say. This will give you between 2 and 3 hours, the strap, the back strap itself. Again, I think it's going to depend greatly on the games you play. And this gave me 5 plus hours, this alone, 5 plus hours. So there's a lot of battery life when it comes to this setup here, but I don't know if you want this setup. It might be too heavy for you. It might be uncomfortable. You might not like the look, but it's totally up to you. So I'm going to end the video here. I hope this is helpful. I hope I didn't run too long. I was trying to get as detailed as I could. And again, I'm a regular person, just tries things out and see how they work. And just give you my opinion. Nothing more, nothing less. All right, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye now. bye.